This is the American Tier 8 Tech-Tree Light Tank, the T-49, a vehicle that is very, very strong if played properly, and for 99% of the other games, just bad. It's a great tank if you want to have fun. It's got a 560 damage per shot heat shell and a 780 damage per shot high explosive shell. Usually, I just like to sling HE at my opponents. It costs a lot of credits, but obviously when you got over 100 mil, it doesn't really matter. But slinging HE is really fun because not only does it deal a lot of damage if you pen, but even if you don't, you're still dealing 200 to 300 damage a shot, which is pretty dang nasty. The damage per minute of the vehicle is not really anything to worry about because if you're penning with your HE, you're going to have a really good DPM. If you're not, then, well, then it doesn't really matter. In terms of mobility, the T-49 is very fast, reaching a top speed of 72, a reverse of 24. Its power to weight is a bit on the slower side, though. It takes a bit of time to accelerate up to top speed. It's also one of the worst light tank camouflage values in Tier 8, but it doesn't matter too much because Tier 8 camo values aren't nearly as important as Tier 10. Overall, the T-49 is a super fun vehicle. It's definitely not a tank that even the most skilled players are going to carry every game in, but it's a vehicle that you'll have a lot of fun in, and that's what we're going to try and have today's video. Here we are, up against us. What do we have? Object 252, RU-251, what else do they got? STG T-25 Pilot and a VK-100, and then they have two pretty nasty tank destroyers, I will admit. Okay, well, as usual, we are going to go to our waiting bush. I like this one right over here. This is a solid spot to detect anybody that tries to push aggressive, whether they're going all the way through ruins, or they're just going to chill right in the bush like that. Now, our entire team appears to be more towards ruins, which is a little interesting. I'm going to wait for them to move up, and then I'll push in myself, but for now, we're just going to chill here. I would expect the enemy team to be going town, judging that we haven't spotted anything over here. Boy, oh boy. Our team is not playing very aggressive, though, which is weird. You know, you'd think for them wanting to all go ruins, they'd play aggressive in ruins, but apparently not. We got the VK-100 off to the side. We are not spotted by him, so we're just going to aim in and chunk. There you go. Nice 530 damage slap into the enemy VK-100. That's a great example of where the T-49 does feel pretty dang nasty. That VK-100 also appears to be kind of lost, but we're going to go wide here. We're going to see if the Borsig or anybody's right here. Nope. Okay. We do have a Pilot 1 in front of us. Let's aim it on his vehicle. Aiming, aiming, aiming. Oh, my rat. Well, great example of the accuracy. I mean, we literally aimed for, what, 4-5 seconds there, and our shell still missed. So, yeah, you're going to have to be careful in something like the T-49, especially when you're shooting at opponents, but oh well. We got the VK-100 off to the side again. We're going to aim it on that, and aiming, 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 still aiming, and chunk! There you go. Another nice slap for another 500 hit points into that poor VK-100. I don't think that player really knows what he's doing, to be completely real. But that's fine with me. We're just going to reload again, and I'm going to get all the free damage we can on his tank. Aiming, 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 and chunk again. Oh! Just absolutely violating that VK. We've taken 1,700 hit points off his vehicle, which is, yeah, pretty nasty to say none the least. All that's left is a T-25 Pilot 1 now, who's obviously in a pretty dookie situation. We're going to push on up. We're going to see if we can get a shell into maybe the side of his vehicle. We're going to be able to pen the HE, and chunk! Yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about. 800 damage HE to his tank. We're going to reload here again. The SU's in the back, and not that big of a threat, to be real. I mean, the guy's already down to 748 health. Oh, now he's down to 530, which means he is a very easy one-shot, even if we just load heat. We're going to do the classic, just bonker-rooney. We're going to put on auto-aim, and we're going to miss, but that's fine, because chunk! Never mind, we didn't even get the kill. Our teammate shot him. Well, oh well. I did slow down a little bit on the ram, so we didn't lose too much health. All that's left is a Borsig and an Object 252. Now, we are in the range of a one-shot to a Borsig HE, but I'm not too worried. This will be a win either way, whether I die or not. And we've done a pretty solid chunk. So, hello, Mr. Borsig. Where are you? Oh, there you are. I knew he had to be somewhere over here because, I mean, there's nowhere else this player would have been spotted or not. So we're just going to push on up. Chunk! Oh, yeah. Nice 600 slap. Then we're going to give him a little love tap. We're going to stay behind him here. What are you going to do? Huh? What are you gonna do? We're just gonna back on up. We're gonna back on up, and then we're gonna go. Neo. Goodbye. All right. Well, once again, pretty solid result here. We are pretty high up in damage, 3,600, and our 25 or not our 252, our mill has bounced the 252 a little bit. What we're gonna do is push right on in. Speed, 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 speed is key. And then we're gonna drive right past him like so. We're gonna aim it on his side and keep aiming on his side. Chunk, nice. And we got a fire. Burn, baby, burn. 843 damage. So this is a pretty good example of where the T-49 can obviously be an incredibly devastating vehicle. Not only were we able to get out a lot of damage, 4,640, not only did we get an ace and a high caliber, but we had a super fun time while doing it. Obviously, that VK100 had about the same brain cells as a Newt, but I don't really know what that guy was doing, to be real. I'm just very confused on his overall maneuvering. But the rest of the enemy team was decent, but there's not much you can do, especially in like a Borsig, when a vehicle with 800 damage is rushing you up the bum. Alright, well here we are, second game, and we'll see if we can do good. I don't think we're going to get a 5k out, but you never know. Up against us, we have a CS52 LIS and an FE301. We have no support on medium side, so bye-bye! I'm leaving. That's, it's just not worth it to be alone on medium side when they have more mediums than me. So, instead, we are going to put our little Bucci right here, and, well... let's see if we can get the Tiger 2 shot. Aiming, aiming, aiming. Oh, I wonder. Nah, it's not worth it. We'll just fire an HE. See? 374 damage with that HE. A great example of why T-49 HE is so nasty. Now, in my opinion, HE shell shouldn't be able to do that much if it's not a pen. I still think Wargaming should half the overall damage that HE deals, but oh well, there's not much you can really do about that. Let's just push in. Hello, Annihilator. I don't care about you. I'm going to push aside the Charioteer and chunk. Goodbye. You're dead now. Alright, well, let's see what we can do here. Hopefully the Tiger doesn't spot us through the rails, but unfortunately I think he did. Well, let's see if the Tiger just pokes on up here. Maybe we can, chunk. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, people forget that if they poke through the rails to shoot at my teammates, they can also be shot back in return. Alright, well, let's reload. I don't think the Tiger is going to be able to spot us anymore, so we're just going to go wide, get behind him if we can, aiming. Oh, no, we're not able to shoot that, but... Oh, this is so fun. Everybody's always like, oh my god, here goes another Droodles T-49 video. And I'm like, yes. I mean, the tank's just so fun. Nobody can discount the fun that you get in this tank. Look at this. We got the doofus Tiger 2 over here who just, like, forgot about me. So he's dead. Bye-bye. And now we just reload again. So we've basically just eradicated a full health Tiger 2 at this point. And all that's left is a Semovente, who's obviously going to get bonkered if he doesn't pay attention to us, which is... apparently the case. Like, is this guy blind? Huh? Alright, well, I'm just gonna aim it on his side. Up. Oh, this was a really, really fun one. Well, there you go, guys. Another 3,000 damage game. Not as high as our first battle, which was almost 5k, but 3,200. We absolutely crapped on the Tiger 2 and Semovente. The one nice thing about a player like myself who mainly plays in tier 10 is when I do drop down the tier 8, it is just pure fun because tier 8 teams don't know what they're doing a lot of times, and because of that you can easily take advantage of your opponents. So there you go, 3,200 damage, second class, nothing crazy, but I had a lot of fun. Hopefully you all enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like this, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.